Why is it that whenever it's time to get some work done and get focused, we immediately get stressed out, overwhelmed, and confused? I used to think that I had a problem with staying focused, but I quickly realized that it was only a problem when it came down to the things that I didn't want to be doing. When it came to the things that I actually enjoyed doing and wanted to do, it was fun. I had no problem with staying focused on one thing for hours on end. Like video games, I could stay focused on one thing and block out any distraction when it came to playing video games. Mom's calling me in the background, brothers calling me in the background, but I'm focused on 007 GoldenEye. I'm focused on Need for Speed. Nothing could distract me. And that's pretty obvious, right? Because I'm a kid and I'm playing video games. I'm doing things I actually want to be doing. When I was between the ages of 25 and 30, there was so much in my work that required high levels of productivity and focus. This is the video I wish I would have had to help me become more productive without feeling overwhelmed. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a 5-step process on how to improve your productivity without feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and confused. And if you're new here, my name is Ruben. If you find any value from today's video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out with the algorithm. So when it's time to work and it's time to get focused, the first thing we want to do is set the mood. And no, I'm not talking about lighting candles and putting on some R&B music. What I'm really talking about is blocking everything out so that you can get focused on one thing. Noise canceling headphones are going to be your best friend here. The point of setting the mood is to change your mental state from whatever mental state you're in right now to a mental state of flow. Throughout the day, we go through different mental states. Boredom is a mental state, anxiety is a mental state, worry is a mental state, arousal is a mental state, apathy is a mental state, control is a mental state, relaxation is a mental state, and you have the mental state of flow. And flow is a mental state we want to be in whenever it's time to get work done. So I want to pause for a second and make sure you got that. When it's time to get work done, you need to transition from whatever mental state you're currently in right now to a mental state of flow. The word flow became famous by Hungarian psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. He discovered that people were the most happiest when they were in a state that he called flow. Chances are you've experienced flow before when you're playing video games, playing sports, whether you're cooking or driving or reading a good book. Being in flow is when you're completely immersed in the activity that you lose track of time and anything else around you. When you're in flow, you're not thinking about anything. You're completely immersed in the activity. The big idea here is to be in a state of flow to be productive and get work done. Why? Because you can't be in flow and have anxiety at the same time. You can't be in flow and have boredom at the same time. Because when you're in flow, you're so involved in the activity and nothing else seems to matter. So the big question becomes, how do I get into a state of flow? Keep in mind here, I'm only speaking from my personal experience. I'm not a psychologist, but I do have real life experience in the world of entrepreneurship. And the easiest way for me to get in flow when it's time to do some work is by putting on music. But I actually don't recommend any music with words or lyrics. This works best for me when I put on nature sounds like rain or a thunderstorm or running water. I've been doing this for so long now that the moment I put on my headphones and hear the water going, I instantly tap into a state of flow and start work. Bonus points here if you add some caffeine to help you stay focused. I don't recommend any energy drinks. I recommend tea or coffee. This works the best. So have your coffee, put on your nature sounds, and it's time for step 2. If you want to become more productive, this means that you want to produce a result. The word productive means to yield results. So before you can get results, you have to be clear on the first task first. In step 2, we're going to be brainstorming on the topic. I want you to grab a sheet of paper and draw the topic in the center and begin to think of all the tasks that come along with the topic that you need to get done first. Say for example, we've been procrastinating on filming a YouTube video. And let's say you're a fitness coach and the topic is how to eat your favorite foods and lose weight. Well, what we're gonna do first is put the topic in the center and then list out everything you need to get done that pertains to this YouTube video from start to finish. Write a number next to your task in order of priority and then list them out into step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and so on. This leads us into step 4, breathing and imagining. Before you get into work, there needs to be a transitional period where you imagine the task getting done first. The next step is to sit down at the location that you're about to work at and breathe and imagine yourself doing the work perfectly. Breathing allows your body to settle into a relaxed state before working. I found that when you work while being tense, you being tense shows up in the work. So you're going to do 3 rounds of breathing and imagining before you start the work. You're going to breathe in for 5 seconds and then breathe out for 6. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, breathe in. And I want you to imagine yourself doing the first task perfectly. You're sitting at the computer and you're easily executing the work. You know exactly what to do, and the actions are being expressed automatically. When you imagine yourself doing the work perfectly, it gives your brain blueprints to actually get it done in real life. At this point, you should be in a different mental state to execute on any task at hand. However, I know you're a procrastinator, and I know what procrastinators do. You wait till the last minute to get anything done. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set a timer for 30 to 45 minutes and give ourselves a hard cutoff. Whatever you have to get done within the 30 to 40 minutes, you get it done, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you feel like you have to get up, you tell yourself like a dog, sit and do the work. Setting a timer is a trick that I use to accomplish more in the given time. And now it's time for step 5, execute. With enough practice, you can be in this flow state from 30 minutes to a couple of hours. And when you get really good at it, you can unlock God mode. Maybe I'll share that with you in another video. Is there anything else that you think I should add to this process? Let me know in the comments below. And once again, if you got any value from this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this video. It really does help the algorithm. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. The links are in the description.